Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Dicky546. This one is going to be Dyami Brown. Listen, I'm a fan of Dyami Brown. I like him as a prospect. I'm not as high on him as some other people. Essentially, what Dyami Brown is he's a deep threat. First of all, I'm not going to say he's the fastest guy in the draft. There's a lot of fast dudes in the draft, but I don't know what he ran at his 40. I don't know. I mean, who really knows how legit these 40 times are? But I like Dyami Brown. I think he's a good player. Do I think he's worth the pick and at the top of the second round? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I would definitely think that he's worth that third round pick, although I don't think he'll make it there. He is, again, a deep threat. He doesn't really run a ton of routes, and that's really my concern with him, is that he doesn't really run a ton of routes. He looks like he has the potential to be a great route runner. He has all of the physical tools. I just have to see him do it. He also didn't play with a very good quarterback, and I'll cover that. There's a lot of throws that were missed that, he could have just gotten some extra yards, but the quarterback just didn't give him a chance sometimes. But let's just get into this. So what you're going to see is pretty much an inside release from both of these receivers. It's almost like, they're gunning for a Hail Mary. You're going to see this receiver kind of run across as your short option. But it's almost like I said, like they're running a Hail Mary. You got both receivers kind of attacking this mid safety. You would think that they would want to stay as far outside as possible, because right here they're running a cover 3, which means, again, you got your safety dropping back deep. He's in the middle of the field. You got your corner. This whole part of the field is his. Your other corner, this whole part of the field is his. Excuse my lines. Lines should be a little bit more outside, but you get the gist. These two corners and this safety all have deep coverage. These corners managed to get run by, which is not very, it's not a foreign concept for someone to beat the cover 3 deep. It's mostly just about not getting beat inside deep. And they don't get beat inside deep too much. It basically turns into man coverage. Essentially, on a deep route, on a 9 route, on a go route, it basically just turns into man coverage. And that's exactly what Dyami Brown is going to do. So let's watch it. He's right here at the top of your screen, right here where I'm clicking. And let's see how Dyami Brown gets open on this go route. So Dyami Brown is going to start off with a quick stutter step so he can get square. And let me take this back a little bit. He's going to get square. So that way you have all your momentum. If the guy's trying to press you, you have your momentum. You're not on one foot. You're not uneven. You're not unbalanced. So he's square right here. At this point, the corner does not know where to go, but the corner is also in a pretty good spot because he's stacked right on top of Dyami Brown. So Dyami Brown is going to have to work either inside or work outside, but you see him kind of jabbing inside, and he's just going to continue inside and just use his speed. And if he were a less physically talented receiver as far as speed goes, this would be a tough thing, for him to do. He already doesn't get the most separation just because I don't think he did a great job selling this route. And it's kind of hard to follow because of him in the sunlight. But I don't know if they coached it this way, but I would want him to get this outside release and maybe work his way back inside, because right here, you're playing against an NFL corner that can run. He's running right with you. There's not going to be much separation here, but he does get behind him. He's in that cover 3, gets behind the defense, gets tackled, but ball pretty much got placed exactly where it needed to be. The quarterback did his job this time. Again, I just think he could have created a little bit more separation if he would have jabbed inside, kind of worked inside, or, even worked outside after he got square, worked outside and then worked his way back to the inside. I think he'd have more separation, but nothing too crazy. He got open, used his speed, which is something you can do. And, you also got to know your opponent. So it's not really anything bad against him. It's mostly nitpicking. So right here, you got Dyami Brown again. Number 2, what you're going to have right here is essentially a cover 3. It looks like a cover two. They want it to look like a cover two, but it is not a cover two. You're going to see this safety drop into the middle of the field. This shows that you cannot play cover three on a regular basis against a guy who is a vertical threat the way that Dyami Brown is. So what you're going to see from Dyami Brown right here is just a regular stop and go route. He is going to run about 8 yards. He's going to pretend that he's running a curl route, and then he's just going to open up, turn on the speed. And I'm kind of mixed about how I feel about this route. First off, I think this is one of his best plays. I mean, first off, to put it out there, I think this is a great route. I mean, I think this is a great route and a great play from him. But I'm just kind of just mixed about. He kind of comes out slow, so he's not really selling the fact that he could go deep. But it kind of is a double kind of inception. I don't know what I'm saying, but he comes out and he's jogging. He's basically jogging. So a lot of guys, when they run these comeback routes, they're jogging. And when they're jogging, they can stop quicker and they can run these comeback routes. So it probably lulled this corner to sleep that he's jogging here, and he just makes a quick fake like he's going to turn around on this curl. The corner jumps it, doesn't even really get the chance to jump it, but the corner is aware of it and is actually able to just slide his feet and continue on. But at that point, it's a foot race, and the separation is there. You see it? Separation is already there, and Dyami is just going to run away from him. This game, Dyami Brown had over 200 yards. I think he had 3 touchdowns. So obviously they did not have an answer for him. And routes like this, these are NFL routes that'll get you open. This is a great stop and go route in my opinion. Now, of course, would I have liked them to sell it a little bit more, but did the job. So on this play, you essentially have a post route that Dyami Brown is running. Excuse the dent in my line right there. But you have a post route that Dyami Brown is going to be running. They essentially have him bracketed, but he does a great job, especially on off coverage, to create the separation that he gets. And what he's going to start off driving. And at this point, you don't know what this route could be. It could be an out route, which he's run a couple of times very well in a lot of his games. So you have to definitely look out for that. You got a lot of field there. You got a lot of space to make that route happen. Could be an in route. He could be breaking inside, or it could be just, hesitating to get into the post. But this ends up being a hesitation, and he's able to get inside. So because of his ability to run an out route, he gets just enough hesitation here from this corner to where he can work his way inside. And then here's where his money is really made. You're going to see a rocker step right here. Real quick rocker step, but it definitely did the job. Watch when he takes this hard left right there. As soon as he takes this hard left, he gets this safety to turn his hips. You see, as soon as he has this left foot in the ground, the safety is turning his hips because he's thinking that Dyami Brown is going to keep it vertical. And he just turns this rocker step into wide, real separation. So this safety plays this as if this is a go route, and he gets inside. And if the ball is placed where it needs to be placed, this is a walk-in touchdown. But the ball is, of course, short. Dyami has to stop, makes a nice catch, and gets tackled there. But so much more yards could have been had. I mean, how far is the throw from the 20 to the 30, 40, 50? Yes, he could have made that throw. I mean, I don't know if he can make that throw, but a good quarterback, an NFL quarterback, can make a 50-something yard throw. So the ball should have been further downfield, and that should have been a walk-in touchdown. All right, one thing I like about Dyami Brown is that he helps out his quarterback. His quarterback has a lot of issues that he ends up, having to deal with, but he helps out that quarterback. He doesn't just, throw his hands up in the air. He shows that he's a team player by doing things like this. So he's going to run a comeback route pretty much in the middle of the field. So he's going to essentially be open. As soon as he gets out of his break, the ball should be there. But since this quarterback, the ball right here, right around here, the ball should be already out of the quarterback's hand. But since this quarterback obviously has issues processing, I mean, this is frustrating. He has issues processing. the ball is not thrown yet until he's already turning around out of his break. So what has to happen is Dyami Brown has to work his way back, and the ball on top of that is underthrown. On top of that, the ball is underthrown. So he has to work back, kind of protect himself, get on the ground, and catch the ball. But again, the ball could have been put on him here. You got your DB behind him on the ground. If he catches this ball, Dyami Brown is turning around towards the 40, and he's gone. I mean, gone. Gone, gone, gone. But because of poor quarterback play, he does not get these stats that he really deserves. So right here, number 2 at the top of your screen, Dyami Brown. He's going to run another vertical route, and you're going to see another great rocker step from him, which is essentially, if you watch basketball, it's just a Euro step, except the receiver is just running it. And you're going to just see more examples of why his quarterback play was so bad. But Dyami Brown is very good at running these, at these rocker steps. So he's going to start off with an inside release like he's driving. I don't like that he pulls up right here. I would like him to keep driving as if he's still running vertical. But he kind of pulls up right here. But just this hard step inside, like this Euro hard step inside, he's able to create that separation by getting back outside. And right here, you got a lot of space, especially with his separation skills and his speed. You got a lot of space here. But the quarterback pretty much underthrows the football, and he has to come back for it, and it ends up being incomplete. Now, some monster first round Waddle, Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, they might come down with this football, but you got to give your guy a chance. And this is kind of underthrown more to the DB than the wide receiver. So this should have been a touchdown, but your quarterback let you down. And this last play that I'm going to show you is a play that UNC regularly runs. I don't really like it from what I've seen. I really don't like this play because you have too many people in the middle of the field down deep. I would rather have 2 routes, guys working outside. So this way, the deep safeties are going to have to commit of where they want to play. Do you want to play this side or do you want to play this side? This way, the way UNC is running this now, they have 2 guys pretty much just attacking the center of the field. And that's okay in Hail Mary situations where you just want someone to hopefully come down with the ball. But in these regular situations where you're just taking a deep shot, you want to give your guy a chance to have as much separation, as much open space as possible. So Dyami Brown is going to do another great job of getting the outside release, getting this corner to get off balance and taking it back inside and getting back to where this should be a touchdown. It should be a walk-in touchdown, but your quarterback lets you down. Quarterback lets you down. And guess what? He actually came down with that football. Actually came down with this football right here. But the ball should be on him right here. That way, guess what? You got a touchdown. But because your quarterback cannot throw with anticipation, as we saw a little bit earlier, you end up getting tackled at the 3-yard line or the 1-yard line. So what do I think of Dyami Brown? I think he's a good player. I think he's a deep threat, first and foremost. I think he's someone who can be a great complement to a great offense. Do I think he's a world changer? I wouldn't say that yet. I think with some seasoning, he could possibly be a world changer. He needs a lot of seasoning, though. He needs a lot more routes that he should be able to run. I like him as a player. He's a nice player. The routes that he does run, he runs very well. He's able to use a lot of nuance to get open and then turn on his speed to get open downfield. So I don't see much press coverage against him. He did struggle a little bit. I didn't show the tape here in this video, but he struggled a little bit against Melifonwu when he dealt with that press coverage. He struggled. I don't know if he's the best yards after catch guy either, but again, your quarterback not putting the ball on the money and not throwing with anticipation definitely affects your ability to get yards after the catch, which is pretty much it. I mean, just the same way that we say that guys like Daniel Jones didn't have a receiving core in college. Well, Dyami Brown didn't have a good quarterback in college. So he was let down way too many times, and it probably hurt his draft stock, to be honest with you. It probably hurt his draft stock. But again, would I say that he's worth that second round pick? I'll leave that up to you all. I'll leave that up to you all to decide. but I definitely would jump on the opportunity to take this guy in the 3rd round. So you guys let me know what you think of Dyami Brown. I think he's a good player. So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 squad member. If you're a D6 squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team. If I'm not covering your team, let me know. And have a good one.